So here we have a Crown Reach truck, and as you can see, got a reach cylinder here and here. So we're going to replace the nut and this end yoke. So let's lock the carriage as you have it up in there. We're going to remove this rod end, and we're going to remove the cylinder. So let's get some tools. So first we will remove the snap ring, which goes in between the yoke and the pin. So we've already removed the snap ring. Next you get an angle wrench, which looks like this. Put it on a ram and just start twisting. And just remember, when you're removing this, use both left and right hands. That way you're eliminating repetitive motions and you're not getting as tired. So I usually do 5 turns with the right hand, then do 5 with the left. Now as the ram is getting close to coming out of the yoke, get some kind of bar or something and wedge between there like this. That way when the ram comes down, it won't fall and damage. It'll just fall and hit this pry bar. So get some kind of wedge in between there, because I'm getting close to getting it out of the yoke. Then take a punch, put it in that pinhole and tap it out. So here is the pin shaft. So it's removed, and sometimes the cylinder might be under some little pressure. Sometimes you just got to wiggle it out of there. But we'll remove this and see what happens. And that's it. So we're going to replace that. And we're going to install a new nut onto the shaft. Get your 1 1/8 inch wrench, and that'll help you install it. Get the nut all the way flush down, about halfway as far as you can. So now we get the nut all the way down to its lowest point, because we're going to adjust it when we put the rod end back on. So it's still loose. We're going to put the rod end on now and then attach the rod end back on to the carriage. So now we got some anti-seize. So we're going to take a little bit of this and put it on the threads. And we put some on the ram, just a little bit. Then we take the yoke, end yoke, and install it to the ram. So what's going on? So now we can take and back off on the adjusted nut and make it about the same distance as this cylinder over here. So let's get a little light on it, and as you can see, that distance there, about a 1/4 inch. So we got this one about 1/4 inch. So we'll leave the nut there, and we'll finish tightening up the yoke to get it flush. Okay, that looks close. So we'll go ahead and install the rod in, back into the cylinder, part of the carriage. Just like this. See that? Line that up. We're going to see our way through it. Install the pin shaft. And then make sure that the hole is lined up with the punch right here. Because that's where you're going to install it. So the roll pin has to go all the way through. Now install the roll pin. I called it a snap ring earlier, but it was a roll pin. So now, before we tighten down on the nut, we just check the hydraulics and make sure that the forks and the carriage goes out even. As you can see, that side's tightened. And this is the side that we need to adjust. Looks pretty even to me. So let's go ahead and tighten up on that screw. And then tighten up on the jam nut right there. And that's about it. So now you take a highlighter and put a line so you can double check and make sure it doesn't move after a couple months. There it is. And there you have it. And that is how you install an end yoke onto a tilt cylinder. Now some may ask, why did you have to install that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Maybe the end yoke got damaged. Maybe the pin came out. Maybe the roll pin came out and the ram fell down. But in this case, I noticed that this ram was still on the truck and this one fell off. So it was hanging, swinging down left and right. The customer didn't catch it, but I caught it as I was doing some service on it. So I said, let's go ahead and get that part ordered, because they was using the reach assembly going out and forth to pick up product only with one cylinder. And that's bad, because that means that this cylinder would come down and damage something. So we went on and replaced it. There's many other reasons why these things happen, but if you like this video, share it. Leave some comments at the end section. And again, as always, thanks for watching.